And in, then, this moment, for nations who are partners and allies, we must together, work together to see where we are headed, where we are going, and our vision for where we should be, but also see it as a moment, yes, to together address the challenges and to work on the opportunities that are presented by this moment. And so we talked about what we can do together to address these inequities and the inequality that has existed since the beginning of time around the world. I'm particularly excited about the convening and the number of nations that came together to have this conversation and to express a commitment to work more closely with each other, understanding, again, the interdependence and interconnection that we have. And so we talked about inequality and inequity in a number of ways. As you know, I presented what I believe should be an approach to the issue, which is to not simply accept that it has always been, but instead to challenge ourselves to do something about it. And the method by which we can do something about it is to ask why. So we have talked about what we must do together, again, as partners to address this issue, both in terms of, yes, norms and standards, but also in terms of accountability, including a very important point, which I believe, and I'm pleased to see, that gradually partners and allies are all agreeing should be a norm, which is that there should be attribution when it occurs. That was once a debatable point among nations, but we are saying that there is a broader consensus, that there must be attribution. We must call it out, to use a colloquial, when we see it. And then we must do something about it, and that is the point about accountability. And so we must have these difficult conversations, but based on the issues that are impacting people right now, in this moment, in this new era, understanding again that nations are interconnected and interdependent on how we approach these issues and what we deem to be our responsibility for addressing them. We talked about what we have as also a perspective on alliances and the strength of alliances and the importance of paying attention to those relationships and understanding the strength of them, but also the fragility of them, meaning we can't take relationships for granted. We must be present, and that's one of the reasons that I've been traveling like I have, and the president has been traveling in spite of the restrictions we've had with COVID, because we do understand the significance of being present. And as it relates to me as vice president, I think that there is no question that I am here as a representative of my country.